willkommen, the false Justin Pipe. Es ist das Duell der 30 gegen die 34. Der kommt aus den Niederlanden, hat 2012 die BDO-Weltmeisterschaft gewinnen können. Herzlich willkommen, the Lipstick, Christian Kist.
Well, it's a former Euro Tour winner in Justin Pipe against a former world champion in Christian Kist. Fourth game on here at the Happy Bets International Darts Open, live from the Saxon Arena in Riesa. The third year we've been here. Michael Smith won in 2015. Mensur Suljovic won last year. He'll be back to start the defence of his title tomorrow. But it is Kim Huybrechts, the man whom was beaten by Mensur in the final last year, who awaits the winner of this one. Kim Huybrechts, number 7 seed here this weekend. Almost an homage to the 7 missed championship darts that he had in the final against Mensur last year. Or it might be a complete coincidence. Dan Dawson in the commentary box for this one, and Rob Malarkey alongside me for it.
Yeah, looking forward to this, another clash of the heavyweights. We talked about Hamilton Dolan first up, but this has got more about it, you feel. Just have to have a degree of sympathy for Justin Pipe so far on the European Tour this year. He's £2,000 off the cut-off mark for European Championship qualifying at the moment, but he's had some really tough first-round draws. James Wade in Leverkusen lost 6-1 to him in that one, and then Kyle Anderson. Not last time, but in Maastricht at the start of this month. And he was in a good position against Kyle Anderson as well, but just couldn't finish him off, and Anderson eventually turned it around as well. So you feel it will come for Justin Pipe, but once again, he's got a really tough assignment to start things off here. Christian Kist himself made the third round in Maastricht, losing to Krzysztof Ratajski. Where is he this weekend, by the way, Krzysztof?
I know. I'll be honest. We've come here to Riesa, and there is one player who is missing. A player who has been phenomenal on the European Tour all year. A player you think could go on and win this weekend. But he's not. And it's not Michael van Gerwen I'm on about. It's Krzysztof Ratajski, who managed to lose the Krzysztof Ratajski Eastern European qualifier. Just a quick question, Rob. How many games did you win to qualify for this event?
How many games did I win?
Yeah.
I qualified by virtue of my wildcard status.
Yeah, so you didn't win any games to qualify. Now, Christian Kist only won 1 more than you. And he's here. Curious, isn't it? These European qualifiers, they're usually so tough. Also raises questions about players who haven't given it a go. You know, missing out, not even giving themselves a chance of qualifying for Hasselt in the European Championship this year. Had the 2 Euro qualifiers last night.
Are we missing a referee here?
I'm not sure. I think it's something to do with the board. I think we may be waiting for a new board.
And a new referee.
I think the ref may have gone to get the... Oh, no, here we go. Paul Hinks. Just, well, it's either he's going to get a board, or he's just trying to put a few more clicks on the Fitbit.
Yeah, he's on 9,992, and he just wants to take it over that 10k barrier.
There we go. Now, I don't know which bit Justin wasn't happy with. We zoomed in on the double 16 there. Maybe he didn't like the look of the double 16. But, either way... Now, I would like to think that this is Justin Pipe who's just decided that I'm going to do something here to just try and knock Christian Kist out of his rhythm. I'm just going to... I've lost the last, 4 times I've played Christian? Dating back to the 2016 Worlds, when he was beaten in the first round, beaten heavily. Maybe he thinks, right, Russell, I'm going to do something different. Going to mess with his head. So I'm going to ask him to change the board. And then I would be quite impressed if Justin watches Paul Hinks, set it all like, no, put it this way, a little bit that way, put the tyre on. You happy with that? No, get a different board. Do it again. Do it again, Justin. That's what I'd like. Well, it seems that everybody's happy with what we've got.
Yeah, you're not watching 60-Minute Makeover. This is the PDC Europe International Darts Open in Riesa. We are finally down to the warm-up on stage, 9 darts apiece. The walk-on girls clearly had enough, and they left the stage. Yeah. They thought, I'm not going to run for this.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. We're on the clock here. I'm not
This is not part of my remit.
60-minute makeover hosted by Paul Hinks would be quite the show.
All sorts of things are just flashing through my mind here right now.
I would love that.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. First leg is Christian to throw first. Game on.
Well, it took us a while, but we're off and running, and it is the lipstick. Christian Kist, former Lakeside champion, who has the advantage of throwing first in this one against Justin Piper. Man, he's beaten the last 4 times they've met. Beat him in the UK Open qualifiers earlier on this year. Beat him at the Players' Championship finals at the back end of last year. Beat him in Dublin before the Grand Prix pretty much a year ago. And he beat him at the World Championship in the first round, 3-0 as well. Heavy defeat. And Justin Piper, after that game, he announced his retirement. He said, I'm not playing this anymore. Don't want to do it. He then went back on that. I'm glad that he did, because he's sort of come back into a bit of form, made a match play this year.
Yeah, semi-finals as well of Players' Championship 15 in July. Quarter-finals of one more recently as well. Just another nod towards Krzysztof Ratajski. I know he's not here this weekend, but can I just squeeze in one more mention? The only match Justin Piper's won this year on the European Tour was against Ratajski in Hamburg. It was a terrific display as well. He averaged nearly 99. He hit 4. 6-4 the score, and that's the only match he's won on the European Tour so far. Tough first-round encounters in the main elsewhere, although no excuse for losing 6-0 to Daniel Larsen in Jena, by the way.
I remember that game. That was such a very strange game. Justin was all over him in the first leg. He was 250 points clear, went for a ball finish that he didn't need to go for, and having missed that, and then I think 2 or 3 more darts after that, his head went and he didn't win another leg. Larsen played pretty solidly after that, but he should have been 1-0 down. In the end, he nicked the first leg and then ran away with it.
And we're looking forward to seeing Larsen's fellow Swede, Dennis Nielsen, later.
Yes, we are, as the former second strongest man in Sweden takes on the reigning world's sexiest man in Steve Beaton.
Talking of strong men, by the way, can I ask Tony Martinez, I missed him in Mannheim, what was he like?
He was very, very happy. He was constantly laughing and joking, often in the middle of his games, the Belgian. Piper's left himself a bogey number here. 75 off. Ooh.
132.
That will do, but it does leave him double 17.
Yeah, if Kist doesn't find
60.
a treble here,
34.
Pipe might split this, do you feel? Oh, we'll find out soon enough.
Yeah, surely he splits this.
So 2 cracks at double 16 for the first leg, a break of throw as well. Yeah, and he's got it very nicely done for Justin Pipe.
Well, we don't know if it was the double 16 bit of the board that Justin was concerned about, that meant he wanted it changed, or if it was some other part of the board, but certainly the double 16 worked for him there. You mentioned that potential meeting with Kim Huybrechts in the second round for, well, for the winner of this. Justin Pipe has recent pedigree against Kim Huybrechts as well in that run to the last 8 of the Players' Championship 17. Justin Pipe, a European Tour champion, won the Austrian Darts Open in 2012. He's a 2-time finalist as well on the European Tour. And ever present in Europe in 2015. Played 6 European Tour events last year. Well, he was in that group of players who are ever present on the European Tour since it started for a good 3.5 years. It's only once his form dipped and he was struggling, you know, he wasn't in the seeds anymore, and then he failed to qualify. Brendan Dolan's another guy who we see was one of those ever presents. As it is, there's only 2 of those left. One of them is Kim Huybrechts, and one of them is Peter Wright.
100.
Steve Beaton's another player we'll see today that wasn't ever present for a few years. Well, I'm surprised he didn't go for the 19s there, you know, Justin Pipe. Because he covered a bit of the bed, and 4 19s would have left Shanghai. As it is, he's not down to a finish at all.
Yeah, and once again, Kist is struggling for the trebles.
He's not got going at all.
No.
This changing the board before the game might actually have turned out to be some sort of psychological masterstroke force.
Will he do it again if he gets through?
Just every single game. Well, if he goes 2-0 down, I'll change it then as well. This is Justin Pipe's secret weapon. Just change the board.
58. You require 40.
Tops it is. That looks awkward. Has to move across, looking at the left-hand side. Now, where do you go from there, Justin? Over to the right. The only place you've got left.
Yeah, just a quick glance to see where Kist was. He's on 138.
We saw Darren Webster take this out. Christian Kist is not taken out, though.
58.
Yeah, so, Pipe, you feel, can't hang around too much longer now.
The thing is with Justin's darts, if he misses high, it causes problems for himself. Like that. Now, double 10. He's not moved back to the centre of the hockey. It doesn't matter.
Justin Pipe. Third leg is Christian to throw first. Game on.
I think double 10 for Justin is actually a bit easier for him because if he misses outside, he can build up into it. So that is a lot better from Christian Kist. First maximum of this one. As the lipstick finally come to the party.
Belatedly, may well have done. He just needed something just to light the touch paper hit.
93.
Of course, we will not be seeing a 9-dart finish this weekend. May we just make that absolutely clear from the word go.
I'm glad you said that because our cameraman obviously thought it was on, gave it the zoom in there after 4 perfect darts from Christian Kist, but as has been scientifically proven over the last few years, since the curse of Ross Smith, it is impossible to hit a perfect dart on the European Tour. Seen plenty elsewhere.
Kist himself has produced one of this year's 9-dart legs. That was in a 6-1 defeat by Adrian Lewis in a UK Open qualifier. The one leg he won was a perfect leg, and then the rest was all belonged to Adrian Lewis. Bizarre it was. I think that was in the final UK Open qualifier. Or the final round of UK Open qualifiers.
Wow, great response this. Double 10. 12-dart leg. More like it. Christian Kist has woken up. Justin Pipe still has that break from the very first leg of the match.
97.
And he'd defend it. He knows that 4 holds a throw is all that he needs. Easier said than done, though. Talked about Christian Kist only winning 1 game in qualifying for this, but it was against Austria's number 2, Roby John Rodriguez. Won it in a deciding leg. And he is qualified for the final European Tour of the Year in Göttingen.
Yeah, so he's in good shape to qualify for the European Championship. He's in the frame at the moment as things stand on the European Tour Order of Merit. He just needs to hold on to that place if he can. A good run here this weekend will do him the world of good, just to make absolutely sure. Justin Pipe, £2,000 away from the cut-off point at this moment in time.
Decent stuff from Pipe. Could respond with a 12-darter of his own. This needs 2 trebles. Not going to get them, so Pipe, no need to use the bullseye here. If the treble 20 goes in, you would think he would move over to the treble 16. Oh, that's awkward. He wants to stay in the treble 18, but he's covered it, and so he's going to jam it in that bottom half of the bed. Unable to do it. This would hurt. Because he could leave the mentor. Well, he doesn't, but he's level pegging now.
Yeah.
And Justin Pipe was in charge of this leg and looking to go 3-1 up. He may only get one dart here. Oh, it's two. It's a wonderful dart. Double four. Double two.
Yeah, nudging the wire and re-establishing that two-leg cushion. Pipe may well be mindful, I should say, of the fact that he was in a very good position against Kyle Anderson, and he may well feel he needs to establish a big lead here just to give himself that safety blanket over Christian Kist. Kist himself has proved himself to be a good street fighting player at times. I'm thinking of that match against Michael Smith in Gibraltar where he lost 6-5 in the end, but he really clawed away at Michael Smith in that one. I think it was one of the toughest matches Michael Smith had all weekend in winning the title there.
Well, in Gibraltar, every single game was 6-5, wasn't it? Until the final.
Yeah.
He kept pulling out very good deciding legs in that run, Michael Smith. I think it was probably the confirmation of what he'd been hinting at being able to do over the course of this year after that horrible year last year. But just having that mental fortitude when he really needed to produce something good, he was able to do it. He was able to do that consistently over that weekend and claim his 4th Euro Tour title. Only Peter Wright and Michael van Gerwen have more. Admittedly, Michael van Gerwen has 19, but, you know, different standards for MVG.
Yeah, he was 5-2 down in that match against Michael Smith, and he levelled it up with a check-out of 1-2-4 on the bull, and he just seemed to have the momentum then, but Smith dug deep and he decided to come through, and the rest was history, as they say. But I think that was the toughest match that Smith played all week, or all weekend, I should say.
60.
Now, Pipe, stolen the darts, 3-1 up, looking for a second break that would put him right in charge of this one. Needs a treble to hammer home this advantage.
60.
Yeah, he's not really made the most of that there. Might give Kist some encouragement here.
96. Christian Unifier, 100.
He leaves the 1-2-6. It's a nice little finish. Another one of those, or does he move across? Is it treble 18 he wants? No, he stays there for double 15. What a shot this is. What a shot this is!
Justin Pipe. Looks like he's just in the throw first. Game on.
Terrific stuff. I think the previous high this weekend was 138 checkout from Darren Webster. That's just eclipsed it. Justin Pipe. 2 legs away then from a much-needed place in round 2 to keep his hopes of making the European Championship alive here.
97.
Well, the job's not done yet, but after 4 consecutive defeats to Christian Kist, and some of them pretty heavy as well.
59.
Lost 6-1 just before the Grand Prix in Ireland. He lost 10-6 at the Players' Championship finals. And he got a hiding at the World Championship 3-0 a couple of years back.
100.
This is a pretty emphatic response from Justin Pipe. The averages aren't great, but he's just been better when he's needed to be. That 150 checkout was superb. Doubles under pressure with Kist waiting to check out himself. Good signs from Justin without firing on all cylinders. That's not a good sign.
Yeah, can't afford to go off the boil now. And Kist here may already be thinking about the opportunity to find one of these breaks. He's 4-1 down. If he can just press on here, but again, he's struggling for trebles at just the wrong time. 58 only scored. Pipe's got away with that one.
This should be a ton minimum. Oh, now then. Can he force it between those two?
94.
Moves over to the 18s. I think that's a sensible decision. Justin has been stubbornly staying on the treble 20, even if he's covering part of the bed. Oh, now then.
Ooh, well, he quickened up with that final dart, and just for a moment I thought it had found its way into the top corner of the treble 20 bed. Not to be.
Well, you can understand why he wants to stay on the 20s here. Because even a flat 60 leaves a Shanghai finish.
58.
Yeah, and now he's looking at a finish where he may have to utilise the bullseye. Kist could have to use... Oh, well, it's gone. The chance is gone. And Pipe 4 18s. Give him a dart at bull. Single and a treble. There's the treble. Double 7 for a barnstormer.
150.
Nearly followed the 150 checkout with a 1-2-2, and Christian Kist, he's only had 2 darts at double in this entire match. He's only going to get 1 more here, and it has to go. And it does go.
That will hurt. That will really hurt Justin Pipe. He was double 7 away from the 5-1 lead, and instead it's 4-2, and could that make all the difference? Justin Pipe's reaction after missing that double 7 tells you that he knew how important that was, and Christian Kist out of the blocks very quickly here as well. Once again, finding that treble 1 bed with the final dart in hand. Big moment, that.
I think 5-1. Pipe has the game.
85.
4-2, with Kist trying to make it 4-3. It looks and feels very, very different. There is still only around a point or 2 in the averages. There is not much in this in terms of the averages. It's, as I say, just about Pipe hitting the right shot when it's counted. The 150 was massive. Had the 1-2-2 gone in, as I say, feels like game shot.
96. 81. 100.
Doesn't have his usual backing track from the crowd today either, Justin Pipe, to worry him. That might worry him though.
Second 180 for the lipstick. 10 for the day so far, and it's a perfect setup shot for Christian Kist. Pipe, mate, once again making it so hard for himself to get to that treble 20. Missing just above is exactly where most players want their darts to miss, but Pipe wants to miss just below so he can build on top of them. Now, they're no real help. But that one finds the mark. Darter for Christian Kist, and a man who survived a dart for 5-1 has now pulled it back to 4-3.
Yep, and it goes back to that scoreboard psychology that we talk about from time to time, and Justin Pipe might just be feeling the heat a little bit here.
It's so much easier when you get the first dart where you want it, isn't it, Justin? Isn't it?
Yes. What a great response from the force.
Yeah, the force, Justin Pipe's nickname, not as Elmar Polka mistakenly referred to him on stage earlier on as the Pipe. See, that's where he wants it as well. Oh! Why do I get excited about
Why
this?
did the camera zoom in?
Why? Importantly for Justin, though, 2-2-4 left after 2 visits.
Yeah.
Said earlier on, once he'd taken a 2-1 lead, 4 holes to throw is all he needed. Better than that, he got a break, but then he's broken back immediately, and he's just a slump of the shoulders.
16.
Well, he is down to a finish. Kist needs 2 trebles to get to one himself. There's one of them. There's another.
114. Just leave it by 164.
This one's in the balance. Can Pipe steal a march on Christian Kist? Yes, he can potentially here. Looking at the big one.
I'll go for it, Justin. You've already taken out a 150. You nearly took out a 1-2-2. The 164 is a brute. And it's a beaut! 164 for the force. He's a leg away. Phenomenal checkout. And once again, we see Justin Pipe taking out a big shot at just the right time.
Superb darts from Justin Pipe. A 150 checkout, a near 1-2-2 as well, missing double 7 in leg 6, and a 164 at just the most perfect time for him as well.
Fantastic leg of darts. 4 perfect darts from Justin Pipe, but he looked over his shoulder and saw Christian Kist was right there, ready to pounce.
Yeah.
Had to take out the 164, does so, and that's a contender already for shot of the weekend. But he's still got work to do to get over the line. Maximum as big Vincent Camphouse looks on.
Lurking in the shadows. Christian Kist still lurking in this one as well. He's threatening here, albeit on his own throat.
91. 65.
Well, even a ton is going to make Christian Kist think here, because having taken out a 164, he will not fancy giving Justin Pipe a crack at anything. And it might be more than a ton. It might be significantly more than a ton. Well, it leaves 130. 20s and 19s, it'll be the 20s. Needs the treble. Gets the treble. Get the double, and Justin Pipe took out a 150. Missed double 7 for a 122. Took out a 164 to finish it in style. Oh, not to be.
Well, Justin Pipe now already maybe thinking about the next leg, the all-important next leg when he'll be throwing first. Kist still has to take out this, though. Double 9. Bang! 5-4. Pipe throwing first in leg 10. And this is what it all boils down to for Justin Pipe.
Got to get the job done right now. Justin Pipe does not want to have to break the throw in the deciding leg to get over the line, particularly against a man whom he's not beaten since February 2014.
100.
Both players 91 and a bit on the averages. Not a lot separating the two. Been a good tussle this. We always expected it would be. Two high caliber players involved in the first round here. Both with a lot of pedigree.
55.
Chasing trebles all around the board. Justin Pipe. Gets his nose in front, but it's not decisive. Just the 30 points in it. What has the force got? Again, it's exactly the wrong place for him. It's so frustrating. And again, I think well, no, he's going to stay down there.
58.
Big scores are eluding him at just the worst possible moment here. Christian Kist can kick on now.
137.
Oh dear, Justin. And it's all
85.
threatening to unravel here now. In fact, Christian Kist will get down to a finish first. What sort of finish it is remains to be seen. Pipe might get away with this.
49.
Well, leaves the 130. Pipe had a look at that in the last leg for the match. Has to find a treble. Can't ask himself to take out another
99.
massive one. But he does leave 104.
30.
One treble gets him a dart at a double. Kist, one treble gets him a dart at the ball. And he's done it at treble 5, exactly what Justin Pipe did in the last leg.
90.
Now, can Pipe punish Kist for that first dart in the treble 5, just as Kist punished Pipe in the last leg? If he can, it's a 6-4 win. Now, what route is it? Double 12.
92.
One match dart missed. You could see Kist waiting for the chance to take us all away. And he does take us all the way. Christian Kist has survived the match dart, but he has the throw in the deciding leg. And Justin Pipe, is this run of defeats against the Dutchman going to continue? Or can he find a way of turning this around?
Yeah, and this sequence of first round defeats as well on the European Tour. Mentioned that performance against Kyle Anderson when he was in a very, very good position. as well after that 164 checkout to leave himself with a 5-3 lead. But credit to Christian Kist, he has clawed his way back into contention here. Talked about his battling qualities just a few years ago, and they are clearly evident once again here. And this would be absolute anguish for Justin Pipe if he were to miss out once again. And his head's dipping once again here. Just a visit of 55 to start things off.
The game is slipping away from Justin Pipe. This is a man who just a few minutes ago missed double 7 for a 1-2-2 checkout that would have put him 5-1 up. That felt like it was match point.
16.
And this feels like it's gone.
It is slipping through his fingers. And Christian Kist is just feeding off this at the moment, and he's found one trouble there as well. And he has plenty of room in hand here. 240 the deficit, minus these. And so far, Justin Pipe once again unable to find the treble. And Christian Kist has so much time, so much opportunity now. He is a strong, strong favourite to get the job done here and now.
Well, he's edging closer. Justin Pipe needs to fill this up. He's got no other option. Nothing less will do.
And even that might not be enough.
Agonising. Agonising for Justin Pipe. Missed a dart for 5-1 up. And maybe about to lose it 6-5. And that's exactly what has happened. And Christian Kist has won once again against Justin Pipe. It is 5 wins on the spin for the Lipstick. Justin Pipe's hopes of making the European Championship hanging by a thread. It may all come down to Göttingen, the final European Tour event of the year. As for Christian Kist, he is sailing through to the second round when the number 7 seed, the beaten finalist from last year, Kim Huybrechts, awaits. Coming up, it's Chris Quantock against the first German player in action this weekend, Dragutin Horvat.
Christian, congratulations. It was a close one.
Yeah, it was a close one. In the beginning of the game, it was not good. It was shit. But in the half of the game, we played 12 there, 13 there, and then 18 there. Yeah, it was a difficult game. Yeah.
Good checkouts. Justin checked out 164, 150. Your checkout percentage was over 50%. That's really good.
Yeah, good for tomorrow. Yeah. Justin, yeah, a good finish. Yeah, 164, 124, I think. Yeah.
Kim Huybrechts is your next opponent. We all know how good he is. He played the final here last year.
Yeah, I play in Maastricht, second round. I win. It was my first time that I play in the last 16. But yeah, I'm looking forward for tomorrow, and I hope it's my best game. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Christian Kist. Also, Christian Kist steht in der nächsten Runde. Sagte, war von den Check